Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Muckdogs broadcast here on the Batavia Muckdogs YouTube, where the Batavia is away today here at McDonough Park, where Geneva Red Wings do host all their games. Today is the second matchup between the Batavia Muckdogs and the Geneva Red Wings. How's everyone doing? I'm your broadcaster, Alec Brown, doing all of your games here on YouTube. Since we are away today, your Muckdogs will bat off first. We're going to start off with number 16, Josh Leadham, playing over in right field today. Back in his normal spot. Saw Kyle Hetherington over there the other day in the matchup between your Muck Dogs, of course, and the Buffalo Diesel. Took that one in strong fashion, winning 11-0. Now batting second in the lineup today, number 88, Giuseppe R. Curry will play over in third base. Then number 3 will be number 33, Henry Daniels. The big-time power hitter will play at first today. Then usually, where Henry plays, the cleanup spot will be his teammate, number 18, Anthony Calabro. Both play at the University of West Georgia. And you'll see Anthony out there in center field. Then move over to number 23, Adam Agresti, hitting fifth. He'll be the designated hitter today. Also caught him at catcher a few games ago against the Niagara Power. Batting sixth will be number 36, Lucas Lopez. See him over at second base. Follow that up with number 45, Matt DiStefano in the extra hitter slot today. Hitting eighth will be Bryce Modolaro. He'll be the catcher today. And then number 7 will be Caleb Rodriguez playing shortstop. And to end off the lineup, playing over in left field will be Rashad Robinson, number 32, who did an excellent job playing center field yesterday. He was making all sorts of leaping and diving plays, but now this game will start off at 5:08 for the first pitch. On the mound is number 34, Drew Munn. That'll be called strike one. So a little bit about the man at the mound, Drew Munn. He is a 6'2" righty from Central Connecticut State and is a sophomore out of Huntington, New York. Count goes 1-1 now. So Leadham so far having an incredible start to the season. He does lead your Muck Dogs in batting average and as well as stolen bases. However, he better watch out for Rashad Robinson, who is just now one behind him after last night in the non-league game against Buffalo. Next pitch. Just outside again. Count moves 3-1. Leadham has walked a bunch and scored off those opportunities. Once he gets on base, he is a threat. Along with a lot of this Muck Dogs lineup, that will be called outside, and that will be the first base of the game. Great job there by Leadham, starting the Muck Dogs off strong. Now we'll see if the first time batting second this year usually bats around the 5th, 6th hole. Giuseppe R. Curry, however, he has proved himself here. Coming out of St. Leo University, he has been on fire. Count goes 1-0 now. Next pitch. Thought Leadham was going to go there. For a good reason, he does have some wheels out there. Also a little bit about Giuseppe R. Curry. He is an infielder. Goes to St. Louis University this past season, had a .934 on-base slugging. Also had a .283 batting average, along with 4 home runs and 17 runs batted in. That one is shot up just behind this broadcast booth. Count will move 1-2. Giuseppe, once again, did not start off the season too hot, could not get a hit for his life. However, he turned it up in that series against Niagara Power and just came alive. And now he's one of the better hitters on this team. Runner does go. However, left fielder going back does get it, and Matt will have to head back over to first. That was a great hit ball, however, just a couple feet short. Do hate to see it, however, that's just baseball. That'll be the first out here in the top of the first, still very early here. Now we'll see the big man, big county, 6'5", first baseman Henry Daniels up to the plate. This man is a killer out there. Lead him goes. Can he get there in time? They're going to call him out, unfortunately. Not something you see often. Josh Leadham getting caught stealing. That is not something we see often. Unfortunate there. However, play will continue with the 1-0 count to Henry Daniels with now no one on base. Swings through that one. That'll be strike number one. Henry Daniels was in a bit of a slump to start the season. However, did make some crucial plays, batted in some decent runs. Is now batting .294 on the year with his 17 at-bats. Does have 5 hits. Got the only triple for this year. And once again, has that chance to pop it out whenever. This man can mash. And that is shown in his stats from college. 14 home runs, along with him and his other counterpart from the University of West Georgia, Anthony Calabro. You'll see him potentially. That is, of course, if Henry gets on base, as that one is hit over to first base. Gonna try to run there and get there in time. Called safe. Tie goes to the runner is what the umpire calls. And Henry, the big man, showing off that sneaky athleticism there. Once again, you wouldn't think Henry would be one of the speedsters on this team, but here we are. Does have the only triple. Saw that a few days ago against Geneva. Also saw another triple the other day in Adam Agresti. He'll be up after Calabro, who's up to bat right now. Calabro once again had some crucial big plays for this team as well, batting in some crucial runs to start off the season. So far this season, batting .286 with 2 extra base hits. Very solid start to the season for a man who was a Division II Player of the Year candidate. Count will now move 1-1 with Henry over there on first. Most likely will not steal. However, you never know. See what Anthony can do here. Checks that one. They're going to say it's 2-1 now. So a little bit about Anthony. Once again, does come out of the University of West Georgia. Does come from St. John's, Florida. Had a .419 batting average, .744 slugging. Once again, 14 home runs, 55 runs batted in, and a .502 on-base percentage. For those of you who don't know what that means, every time he came up to bat, there was a 50% chance he'd get on base. Oakland A's would have loved that. Over 2-2 count. Now pitch comes, checks through that one. They'll say it's a little high. Count goes 3-2, first full count of the day. Could be a giant momentum shift with a big hit here from Anthony. And Agresti coming out as well, who is now red hot after that triple yesterday. Here comes the pitch. They're going to say he walks. Some fans not a big fan of the call, but of course, big fan of that one myself. Second walk of the day. First one did come from the leadoff man, Josh Leadham, if you did not catch that. However, if you're wondering why you don't see Leadham on base, did get caught stealing. Now we'll see. Number 23, Adam Agresti, designated hitter today, mostly plays behind the plate, also over at first base for the first time today. Hopefully he can build off this momentum here. We'll see how Drew Munn responds to 2 men on base. There's only 1 base hit given up. A little bit of a hiccup from the first baseman, but was a very tough play. Was just on the line. Now 1-0 is the count. Agresti is a St. John's, not more of a commit anymore. He will be playing there in this next spring season, 2024. As that one goes foul, Skip Martinez, the manager, cannot get that one. Agresti, a very impressive player for his age. As a catcher, stole 7 bases, batted .286, .476 slugging, .976 on-base slugging, and 1 home run in his senior season. Now we see 2 players still on first and second. As they'll call that a strike. Count goes 1-2. Shouldn't be too much on Agresti. He has been incredible behind the plate recently. We'll see what he can do with runners in scoring position. Next pitch, swings through that one. 1-2-3. See you later, Aggressy. That'll be the top of the first inning done. And that one you saw 2 men walk and 1 base hit. And we will be back shortly for the bottom of the first. Stay tuned, folks. Back here for the bottom of the first. So far, score is still 0-0. Muck Dogs did not score last top of the first. Now, for your Muck Dogs, you will see Preston Prince out there. Haven't seen Preston since, well, the first game of the season. That one was against Elmire for their home opener. He's a 6'4" pitcher at Niagara University and through 10 and 2/3 innings pitched, had 12 strikeouts. So that man does love attacking the strike zone, much like many other pitchers on this roster. Call that 2-1 now for Preston. Up behind the plate for the Geneva Red Wings is number 40, Nate Milk, batting in right field. Swings through that one. Call that 2-2. Nate, one of the better hitters for this Red Wings team. Bats .364 on the year through 4 games. Next pitch popped up over to the home team dugout. That one will go foul, and the count will stay 2-2. So the leadoff man, Nate Milk, is from Niagara University. So teammate versus teammate here. See what happens here. Next pitch, just called outside. Count will go full. Second time we've seen that already this game. Also comes from Lafayette College. We got a couple guys from Lafayette on our team as well. Probably a familiar face for a bunch of these guys. Henry does come in to get this one, as that will be a fly out to first for the first out of this bottom of the first. Now we'll see Parker Walsh, the man out of Lafayette College. Sorry, not Nate Milk. Nate Milk does go to Niagara University. He is a sophomore out of Buford, Georgia. And that will be 1 out now for Red Wings as he swings through that one. Great job there by Preston getting that fastball in there. So Preston in his last time out for us pitched through 2 2/3 innings, had 6 hits hit against him, 4 strikeouts though, 3 batters walked, and gave up 6 earned runs, giving an ERA of 20 on the season. Obviously, that will go down as time goes on. Count goes 1-2 now. Saw a little bit from Casey Savier that I had an ERA around 108. 1, 2, 3. See you later there, Parker. First K of the day. And first K of the day for Preston at that. Already getting through this side pretty easy. Preston getting back on track. Next pitch. Breaking ball can't reach the zone in time. Count goes 1-0. Preston so far through 2 batters looks great there at the mound. Sure, having a little bit of time off through Tuesday and Thursday helped with his recovery. And now he is ready to get back out there. I've not seen him once again pitch in 9 days. Preston. That one gets in there. Count goes 1-2. Could we see back-to-back strikeouts here for Preston Prince? It's looking like it's due. Gives the nod over to Mortellaro. Here comes the pitch. Just high. Goes 2-2 now. Up at the plate right now for the Red Wings is Daniel Rogers, the third baseman. 2-2. Just down. Count goes full. Once again, back-to-back. And Daniel Rogers, so far on the season, have not seen him play. This is his first game for the Red Wings. 2-2. And they'll say that strike 3. 1, 2, 3. See you later, Rogers. Not how you want to start your first game for the Red Wings. However, we will move on to the second inning after this commercial break from some of our great sponsors who make this great Muck Dogs broadcast happen. Stay tuned, folks. Looking for a dining experience that's out of this world? Look no further than Alex's Place in Batavia, New York. Indulge your taste buds with the finest flavors in town, from their tender barbecue ribs to sizzling steaks cooked to perfection. Step into their welcoming atmosphere and let their friendly staff treat you like family. Whether it's a cozy dinner for 2 or a gathering of loved ones, they've got you covered. Thirsty? Well, their stocked bar serves up handcrafted cocktails, ice-cold brews, and extensive wine selection to perfectly complement your meal. Join them today and experience the taste sensation that keeps customers coming back for more. Are you ready for a thrilling experience that combines the excitement of horse racing with the allure of casino gaming? Look no further than Batavia Downs in Batavia, New York. Feel the thundering hooves and witness the adrenaline-pumping action of live harness racing at Batavia Downs. Join us in the grandstand as talented drivers and their magnificent horses compete for glory, creating unforgettable moments that will leave you on the edge of your seat. But the excitement doesn't stop there. Step into our vibrant casino where luck and fortune await. Join us today and immerse yourself in the electrifying atmosphere of Batavia Downs. Looking for a place where craft beer meets culinary delight? Look no further than Eli Fish Brewing Company in Batavia, New York. At Eli Fish, it's all about flavor. Their master brewers craft an exceptional selection of beers, from hoppy IPAs to smooth, rich stouts. And the kitchen is no slouch either. Indulge in their delectable menu featuring mouth-watering burgers, tantalizing sandwiches, and fresh, crisp salads. So whether you're a craft beer enthusiast or a food lover searching for a new favorite spot, make back after that quick break here in this Batavia Muckdogs broadcast. Muckdogs broadcast, that is for your Batavia Muckdogs. I'm broadcaster once again, Alec Brown, doing our games live here on YouTube. As that one is popped up to the third baseman. Can he get there in time? Sprints very far for that one, however. No luck there. Count will go 1-0 to start off the top of the second. Drew Munn once again out there for the Red Wings pitching and has so far given up no runs through 1 inning pitched. As that one goes low to Lucas Lopez. Lucas so far on the season has been playing very well for us, having a 2.73 batting average so far through 5 games. Is normally our everyday second baseman. Count goes 1-2 now, as that is called strike number 2. See how Lucas can respond here. Here comes the pitch. Called high. Count goes 2-2. And also Lucas does come from St. Thomas University. And also standing at 5'9", weighing 175 pounds. He is a second baseman from St. Thomas, as I said. Had a 216 batting average this past season with 12 RBIs. That one is hit over to second base where he does play. Can he make the play in time? Over to first, he sure can. And that will unfortunately sit down Lucas Lopez. Almost beat it out, however, could not get there in time. Contact was a little too strong there. And now we'll see Matt DiStefano back up to the plate for the first time today and did play yesterday over in left field. Yesterday he walked twice and struck out once. So patience is a virtue, Matt. 0-1 count to start off this one. Hits that one foul. Count goes 0-2. Count's not going in the Muckdogs' favor starting off this inning. Also, DiStefano from the University of Rochester shows his value out there in the outfield. Has a perfect fielding percentage this past season. That one called high. Count goes 1-2. Also scored the game-winning run against the New Jersey Institute of Technology this past season. And his brother Mike played 11 games last year for the Muckdogs. That one is hit softly over to third. Throws it over to first and does make it in time. That was a great play there. Looked like it was heading more towards the shortstop area. However, he was all over that one. Great job there by Dana Rogers, who did just strike out, making up for what he did wrong last inning. Now the catcher, Bryce Mortellaro, will take that for the first time today. One of the bigger voices and captains on this team. Just did the head count today in the bus, making sure all of his teammates who were traveling today were there. Also, Bryce, in his 2022 year at Georgia Southwestern University, now in the transfer portal, posted a .432 on-base percentage, 745 on-base slugging, and in his entire collegiate career, never made an error. Very impressive stuff there by Bryce. Swings through that one, however. Count goes 1-2 early in this count. Also, Mortellaro on the season, batting a .143, however, has batted in a run. And they'll call that strike number 3. That will end the inning. Second strikeout here already for Drew Munn, having a very solid start for the Red Wings. And now we'll see Preston come back out to pitch his second inning shortly. Still 0-0 here. However, we've seen 3 people get on base, so it is still promising here. However, Drew Munn got through that side very easy. 2 back-to-back groundouts, followed by a strikeout coming from Bryce Mortellaro. You just saw it there. And we're going to head back to the Red Wings lineup. Next up, you will see after Preston had a very impressive start, back-to-back strikeouts and a fly out to first. We'll see Brendan Stubley making his second appearance for the Red Wings, followed by Daniel Scolaro, who's playing at first today. Then you'll see Ryan Knight in the designated hitter spot today. Also, only a 9-man lineup opposed to the Muckdogs' 10-man lineup today. First time we've seen that all season in league games, that is. I believe yesterday for Buffalo, you saw a few more hitters than usual. Obviously, Yi, the little man, getting inside the park home run. And of course, well, for the Muck Dogs, saw the manager Skip come up to bat, saw one pitch, and loved it. Unfortunately, bat didn't love it so much. Hit that one very softly over to the pitcher, and he was called out very quickly in that one. Maybe next time, Skip. And now we are back here for the bottom of the second. We'll see Brennan Stobley. Second game here for the Red Wings. Sorry, third game. And through 10 at-bats has had 3 hits, giving him a 300 batting average. Swings through that one, however. Preston doing nothing but hit that strike zone. Seen it here already with his 2 strikeouts. Also in his 2 2/3 innings pitch had 4 strikeouts. Very Julian Pichardo-esque, if you've asked me, one of the bigger leaders on this team. Also, he had his second appearance the other day against Geneva, where he posted 10 strikeouts to no batters walked, as Bryce does make the play behind the plate. Did a great job tracking it there and makes the very easy play. Great job there, Bryce. Showing off that leadership right there. Not worrying too much. Lights were not bright enough. In this bottom of the second, we'll start off with a flyout to the catcher. Now we'll see Daniel Scolaro, number 30. First pitch is called a ball. We'll go ball 1-0 to start this one. A little bit about Daniel, 6'1", 200, playing at St. Anselm College. He's a junior from Quincy, Massachusetts. Strike 1 there. We'll move the count 1-1. Preston fighting back in this one. That slider goes a little, sinker goes a little outside the zone. Count will go 2-1. Preston so far looking very comfortable in this game. Next pitch swings through that one. Count goes 2-2. However, Preston did a great job earlier in the season against the Pioneers. A few balls that just had bad contact just shot right through him between the second baseman and the shortstop. That one is fouled off. Count will remain 2-2 here. Already 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Could see the second one potentially right here. Next pitch called low. Count will go full. Very common sighting here today. Looks like Scolaro, this is his first game for the Red Wings. First at bat here. Jams that one over to first. Henry trying to make the play over to Preston in time. Looks like he is called out. Preston using that 6'4" frame and using that lengthy size he has to make those strides over to first base in time and beat out Scolaro. Impressive play there on that 3-1 ground out. Now we'll see the designated hitter, number 25, Ryan Knight, come out. Ryan, so far on the season, is batting .250 and has not driven anyone in, but does have 2 walks and was hit by a pitch. Struck out 4 times so far already this season. It's not what you want to see when you're going against a strikeout machine in Preston Prince, who's already up 0-2 in this count. Could potentially see the next strikeout coming right here, right now, and also could potentially end this inning with this 0-2 pitch. And that one is called foul. Just dribbles outside. However, looked like he almost got very lucky there with that bounce. Just goes out last second. Brandon McGain is the leader in strikeouts for this Red Wings team. Could see Ryan Knight join the 5 strikeout club in Parker Walsh and Daniel Scolaro, as that one is called outside. Count will go 1-2 now. So Ryan doing a great job to stay in this count after going down 0-2. He's a fighter. Next pitch, swings through that one. 1-2-3. See you later, Ryan. Third strikeout of the day already through 2 innings pitched for Preston Prince. He's looking incredible out there on the mound, and so have, well, most of the pitchers for this Muck Dogs team. They have been looking great so far, and through 2 innings so far, score is still 0-0, anybody's game. But that Muck Dogs pitching has been looking very solid these past couple of games. I've not given up too many runs. I believe the most was in that first game to the Pioneers. Gave up 11 and have not looked back since. And we'll be right back for the top of the third. Stay tuned, folks. Looking for a dining experience that's out of this next destination? Discover the perfect blend of flavors, community, and unforgettable moments. At Tompkins Community Bank, they believe in more than just banking. They believe in building relationships. Step into a world where you're more than just a number. Experience the personalized service and genuine care that sets them apart. From simple checking accounts to tailored business solutions, we have the products and expertise to meet your financial needs. But it doesn't stop there. We're invested in communities we serve, supporting local businesses, and making a difference where it matters most. Join the Tompkins community family and discover a bank that treats you like a neighbor. When duty calls, who will answer? Introducing the New York National Guard. Very short intermission there. Already back up here for the top of the third. Once again, score is still 0-0 here. As we'll see, Drew Munn once again back up at the mound so far, doing a great job here for the Red Wings. 2 strikes already, and only 3 men allowed on base with no runs allowed. And now we'll see Caleb Rodriguez, who is batting 9th in this Batavia Muckdogs lineup here today. And so far, Caleb on the season is batting 143, still plenty of time to make that up, has 1 hit so far, and has walked once. Also does a great job over there being one of our everyday shortstops. That one is popped up over to the first baseman. Can't get there in time. Almost runs into the fence there. Thankfully did not. Don't want to see anyone get hurt. And count goes 1-2 here to Caleb. Also a little bit about Caleb here. Does play at Keene State. Had a .331 batting average over there in his past season. .372 slugging and 23 runs batted in, along with a .434 on base percentage. Swings through that one. 1-2-3. See you later. Caleb, back-to-back strikeouts technically for Drew Munn. Did get Bryce Mortellaro out. And now we'll see one of the better walkers on this team in Rashad Robinson. Also did a great job yesterday over at center field, playing in left field today. Also used to play at the University of Memphis at the D1 level, now plays at Bishop State Community College. This past season there had a .388 batting average, along with 3 home runs, 31 runs batted in, and 35 stolen bases. And you've seen that here this season. He loves stealing. Almost leads the team. That's Leadham who leads the team in steals with 7. Rashad with 6. He's catching up. Count goes 1-1 with 1 out to Rashad. That one looked outside. Count goes 2-1 now. Also, Rashad so far on the season is batting .250. As that one is hit over to the second baseman. Makes the easy play over to first, and that will be the second out. This game is moving rather fast. This has been, so far, a very solid pitching duel between Munn and Prince. Both just saying anything you can do, I can do better. Got to give credit where credit is due. As now we'll head back up to the top of the lineup in Josh Leadham after that 4-3 ground out. Check, swing will be called strike 1. Leadham, if you don't remember, did get on base in his first time at bat today. Next pitch They'll call that strike two. 0-2 already for Leadham, who is an outfielder for the University of Rochester. Had a called foul there. It looked like to be on the line. Skip, not a fan of that call. Looked like he played it fair. However, I'm saying otherwise. And this count will stay 0-2. Also, this past season for University of Rochester, very similar to what he's batting now, had a 334 batting average, 61 stolen bases, seeing that here this year, and had a walk-off grand slam in the Liberty League tournament against RIT. Next pitch, swings to that one. See you later, Josh. 1-2-3. And that will end the top of the third. Still scoreless here for the Muckdogs as we head to the bottom of the third, where you will see John Aller, as still he bats seventh in this lineup. And we have no men so far on base for the Red Wings. So comes to the end of the lineup, John Aller playing over in second, number 2. Then followed up by number 10, Ethan Fulton playing center field today. And ending it off most likely will be Cameron Boardman playing shortstop today, wearing number 1. And so far, it has just been a pitching duel. Pitching has been the name of the game through this first 3.5 innings. Also may get some rain soon. It's starting to get a bit cloudy over here. So you never know how that's going to affect the game today. And also, this Muckdogs team has been on fire hitting. I have not really seen that here today, unfortunately. However, still plenty of game to be played here. Yesterday, we're killing it in terms of hitting. Had 11 runs total against the much, much, much older Buffalo Diesel. One of their oldest players was, I believe, 44. So that's tell you all you need to know. However, now we are back for the bottom of the third. See John Ayler for the first time today, as Preston, through 6 batters, has got them all out, whether that's through flyouts, groundouts, making the play himself, or his 3 strikeouts. So if you do the math, 50% chance that man from Niagara University strikes you out. Also, for good reason, the numbers don't lie. 12 strikeouts through 10 2/3 innings pitched over at Niagara this past season. Also talked about it a little with one of the pitchers on this team, number 0, Big Ray Ronaldo Houston. This is the 1-1. Swings through that one. Count goes 1-2. Just talk about that big size at the mound, that intimidation factor of how that can intimidate some pitchers. You know, Ray, 6'3", 315. Preston, 6'4". Even saw it yesterday with Casey Savier, 6'10". Next pitch. Hits that one foul over to the right dugout. And we have a lot of intimidators on this team. Also saw Ben Weber yesterday, 6'6". Just that tall stature. Also, a lot of these guys are very strike heavy and strike dominant. Hate walking batters. Seen no walks today for Preston. As that one goes high, count goes 2-2. Hopefully, did not jinx him here, as he is 2 balls away from making that happen. However, 1 strike away from his 4th K of the day, with just 2 innings pitched. 2-2. Get in there. 1, 2, 3. See you later. For his 4th strikeout through 2 1/3 innings pitched. Preston cannot be stopped. He is hot. Any more rhymes I can think of, as now we'll see for the first time today, John Aller. As that is back-to-back strikeouts for Preston there. Now we'll see Ethan Fulton start off 0-1 in this count. Ethan is a 6-foot righty lefty 185 man out of St. John Fisher University. Will be a sophomore and is from Trumansburg, New York. Count also goes 1-1 here. Swing and a miss there. Count goes 1-2. Prince is the K-man today, and he is delivering. It's work for K-Mart. That one is hit just above Preston's head. However, Caleb does get it over to Henry in time for the 6-3 groundout. Once again, Preston having his way with this Red Wings team. He is dominating out there. Don't know how many times left to say it until it stops happening. But now we'll see number 1, Cameron Boardman, shortstop. I just saw the shortstop, Caleb Rodriguez, for your Muckdogs make that last play. Called low, count goes 1-0 to start this one. 1 out already left here in the bottom of the third. This game is rolling. I haven't seen too many men get on base. Actually, I haven't seen anyone get on base since the first inning in the top of the first. Karen Boardman, 5'10", right lefty from Hartford, University of Hartford, will be a sophomore there and does hail out of Bradford, Vermont. Count goes 2-1 now for this lefty-lefty matchup. Next pitch. Hits that one over to Giuseppe. That one was shot right to him. However, made no mistake there. Great job by Giuseppe making the fly-out play. And that will end the inning. 9 batters faced, 9 batters down for Preston. He is on fire today and does not seem to be slowing down. Has gotten strikeouts through all innings, up to 4 now through 3 innings. And now we'll head to the 4th. And we'll see Drew Munn out there for the Red Wings still. And now we'll see Giuseppe R. Curry, who just made the play, over at third for the first time. Taking no time to head back up in this one. We'll see Giuseppe R. Curry for the second time today. First time out, he did fly out to left field. Also here for the top of the 4th of this Muckdogs broadcast between the Batavia Muckdogs and the Geneva Red Wings. Score is still 0-0 through 3 full innings of baseball. However, still plenty to be played here. Once again, folks, I'm your broadcaster, Alec Brown, doing all of your games here live on YouTube. Hope everyone out there is having a wonderful day so far. Now, heading into more of the evening time. This time here is 5:50. Almost through an hour so far. A little less. This game has been moving very fast. Haven't seen anyone get on base since the first inning, and Josh Liam, Henry Nails, and Anthony Calabro. And you will see 2 of those people here soon, as Josh Liam did strike out in the top of the first to end that one. Count goes 2-1 now for our Curry, who has been on a hot streak of his own. Next pitch. Pops that one up to the shortstop. He waves for it and does make the easy fly-out play over there. Same story here. More flyouts, more groundouts, more strikeouts. Pitching is the key today for both teams. Macy, Drew, and Preston go very deep in this one. As this is the most innings Preston has pitched this season. Now we'll see the big man, 6'5", country boy, Out of Georgia, Henry Daniels. 1-0 now for Henry. Has made some good plays over at first base today. Also did get on base with the only hit of today's game. 2-0 now to Henry, getting up early in this count. The 2-0 here. Crushes that one over to right field, however, will not be fair. Just crosses over the line in time. Unfortunate there. Very, I believe, Leadham-esque, as we saw Josh Leadham's ball hit over the third base line. However, thought it went foul. Count now 2-1 here for Daniels, still up in this one. Next pitch, swings through that one. Count goes 2-2 now. Drew caught up, and he looks great out there. Not much more to say about it for number 34 out there. Next pitch, tips that one off. Count will stay 2-2 here for Daniels, who is fourth in batting average for this Muckdogs team. However, him and Calabro lead the team in extra base hits. Next pitch, shoots that one over the second baseman's head and will get his second base hit of the game. Right fielder does get it. Henry will track back, and that will be the first base hit since Henry. Not seeing the Muckdogs as a team hit well, however, Henry having himself quite a game, back-to-back base hits. Hopefully, Anthony will have the same mojo as he does, as they were college teammates. Maybe can rub off that hitting luck to Anthony. First pitch, called ball. 1-0 to start this one. Henry so far on fire, and Anthony being one of the better hitters in this lineup. 14 home runs for him this past season at the University of West Georgia. Has a chance to make a play at any given moment. Also one of the faster players on this team. Have seen him steal second and third plenty of times this season already. Through just 5 games, this one being the 6th one. Muckdogs are 3-2 on the season. Next pitch called strike, count goes 2-1. Also, we'll see the Muckdogs take on Auburn tomorrow at home for Dewey's birthday. Then that will be followed up by us traveling to Auburn the 14th. Then Thursday, we will be away at Jamestown, Tarp Sharks, and then back for another little double series versus Auburn on Friday and Saturday. First one will be home. Second game will be away. So Muckdogs can hopefully get through a full game of baseball, full week of baseball, that is, as Anthony is struck out there. So once again, Henry being the only man to get a hit off Drew Munn, and, well, really be able to do anything, as now we'll see Adam Agresti, the designated hitter, up to the bat, the 6'3" commit to St. John's University. First pitch, called ball. Count will move 1-0 with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Drew Munn just flying through this Muckdogs lineup. Can't say much more about it for the man out of Central Connecticut State University. Shoots that one up. However, will go foul. Count will move 1-1. Adam has not been able to recreate what he was able to do yesterday against Buffalo Diesel, where he got a triple. Just missed outside there. Count goes 2-1 for Agresti. Hopefully can make something out of this, as this is some of the biggest baseball he's probably played in his life up to this point. That one is hit over to left field. Left fielder is tracking back. Does seem to have it, and he does, and that will end the top of the 4th there. Muckdogs did get a hit in Henry Daniels, however, no other luck there. Second fly out to left field, Giuseppe Arcuri being the first one. Very similar Did have to track back a little bit for that one. Was very close to the warning track, however, it just was not enough. And now we'll see Geneva back up to top of the lineup as they have 9 hitters and they have gone 9 up, 9 down to the K-Man himself today, Preston Prince, as he will track back out there for his potential 4th inning full. Sun's starting to come out here a little bit. May not see that rain after all. Does look like it is heading to the right or maybe west in this case. Muckdogs back to their earliest struggles this season. Reminds me a lot of that game against Niagara where, funny enough, Henry batted in the only run that one. Did get a base hit. Where Muckdogs in total only had 3 base hits. It was not a pretty game to watch. We lost that one 3-1 to the Niagara Power after we had just won our, I believe it was our first game. And I will see for the Red Wings, that is the leadoff man himself today, Nate Milk, playing over in right field. See what he can do against Preston for the 2nd time today. First time out, did fly out to first. First pitch of this inning for Preston. That one is hit straight over to Caleb. Can't field it in time, and that will be the first hit or first base there for this game. And Nate Mick will take his base off that error. Unfortunate there for Preston, who's been having an incredible game. Does not show how incredible he has been this game, and that dominance was softly hit to shortstop. Caleb just couldn't get under it, as he'll check Nate over there at first. Now we'll see Parker Walsh come up to bat for the 2nd time today. Was the first strikeout victim of Preston. Runner goes. Can't get there in time. Caleb, not a fan of that call. However, play will continue and count is still 0-0. Have not seen a pitch from this at-bat so far. Parker Walsh for this team so far this season has batted 200 flat with now 6 strikeouts on the season, most on the team. Tied with Brandon Begain. 1 strike now in favor of Preston. Man now in scoring position over at second off that error and stolen base. Looks back over at second twice. Runner goes for third. Can Bryce get over there in time? Cannot, dribbles over. And he will steal third now. And what looked to be a scoreless game, it might flip here in this bottom of the 4th now with a man in prime scoring position over at third. Preston now with his back against the wall a little bit here. However, will be considered an unearned run since it was off an error. Next pitch is called strike number 2. However, may not even be a problem. Could get 3 strikeouts in a row. Wouldn't put it past Preston, who threw 3 innings pitched. 4 strikeouts. Next pitch hits him. Looked like he leaned into that one a bit. However, umps will say not good enough for him. So first hit by pitch of the game does come in the bottom of the 4th. Now we'll see Dano Rogers, the 3rd baseman, come up to the plate now for Geneva Red Wings, as Coach Eaton, the pitching coach, will go have a talk out there with the infielders. Not much to talk about. Preston has been doing well. Interesting hit by pitch there. Also, softly hit over to Caleb. Just couldn't make the play. It happens. That is just the game of baseball. No matter how many reps you play, there will always be human error. However, Brennan Stobley so far batting .300 on the season. Very impressive there. Batted in 2 runs and struck out twice. Double play in order, however, not exactly what you want. Most likely will try to strike out Stobley here. Infield not moving in too much. Might just accept the fact that a run may happen here. So much of a problem, only a 1-run lead. Runner goes, checks over at first, can't get there in time. Now runners at second and third. Takes out the double play now. And what was looking for a dominant pitching game by Batavia Muckdogs has turned into 2 runners on base for the Red Wings. Not looking too great now. A little bit of pressure on the Muckdogs. Swings through that one. Count goes 0-2. However, Preston can get the strikeout here. Hopefully don't jinx him, knock on wood. And get back in this game. Get a little momentum on that Muckdog side. Score is still 0-0 here. Could potentially see a run here with runners on second and third. However, Geneva, no hits today as Anthony does come in for that one. Sorry, that goes to Caleb Rodriguez, who will get over at third. Can he get there in time? No, he does not. Giuseppe hating that call. Must have woke up on the wrong side of the bed today because calls are not going Giuseppe's way. Well, let's say he got there in time. Maybe my replay center, also known as going back and looking at it on YouTube. You guys have that power. You can just skip by and see that. We'll probably take a look at it myself after this inning is done. Next pitch comes now with 1 out. That will be called ball 2. Brennan Stobley. After that 6-3 ground out. Next pitch. Fouled off there. Count goes 1-1. Could have been a very nice double play by our Curry. However, was not able to get there in time according to the umpire. According to the replay center, we'll see shortly. Swings through that one. 1-2 now. Could see the first K this inning for Preston Prince. Has 4 already this game. Had 4 last time he was out through 2 2/3 innings. However, had way more runs scored so far this one. Donut in the score sheet for the Red Wings. The 1-2 smacks that one over to Giuseppe. Loses his footing and can't get there. And that will be the first run scored for Geneva. And it will come from Nate Milk, who off the error ran around the entire bases. 2 stolen. And Giuseppe, I guess, lost his footing there. And that leads to runners now on the corner. Still only 1 out. Double play in order, however. Should be called a base hit there for Stobley. And it is. First one of the day and first run of the day for the Red Wings. Muckdogs now down early in this one. However, still plenty of ball games. We played 5 more innings. That is normally, as that ball is, you can see from the fence vibrating. Hit over right to me. Count goes 0-1. Still 1 out here. Once again, like I just said, double play in order. Could be very needed with some unfortunate plays happening here with the hit by pitch. Few stolen bases. Runner does go on second. May try to see a man go home. Can Caleb get there in time? Call it safe. And that will be the second run scored there for the Red Wings. Wow. So both runners advance 1 base. Stobley over to second, and Parker Walsh is the second scorer for the Red Wings. Wow. This game has turned upside down, and Skip does not look happy about that call. Unfortunately, umps don't have a replay center. The only one is me. And unfortunately, don't have the best angle today with the netting and the verticality I'm at, but that will never stop a Muck Dogs broadcast. First broadcast I did was off my phone, and I made it work with Beats headphones. Now I got my wonderful setup here. Got the camera working and everything. And we are back in business. Hopefully looks great for you watchers at home. Count goes 1-1 now with one out, double play. Most likely out of order. However, almost saw Giuseppe make a double play himself. Next pitch. Gets in there for strike two. Got all of the strike zone there. No doubter. In what could have been an outing for the Muck Dogs turns into 2 runs for the Red Wings. Swings through that one. 1, 2, 3. See you later, Daniel. Now we'll see Ryan Knight, the designated hitter, come up for the second time today. First time out, did strike out, as that was the 5th one there for Preston. Also, man in scoring position over at second. That one is hit over to Lucas at second. Can he make play over to Henry? He sure can. That will end the inning. However, Red Wings do not come out empty-handed. They now have 2 runs on the board and the first 2 of the game. Batavia hopefully can counteract and score in this top of the 5th. Coming shortly, score 2-0 once again. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Looking for a dynamic and your community. So, quench your thirst with confidence. Choose Right Beverage, your trusted beverage partner. Visit their website or contact them at 585-502-0502 to explore exceptional selections of beverages. Are you an athlete looking for specialized sports medicine care? Look no further than Rochester Regional Health. We understand the importance of having access to top-notch orthopedic experts close to home. That's why they're proud to offer a comprehensive orthopedic sports medicine program right here in Batavia. Whether you're a weekend warrior or a skilled professional athlete, their team of skilled orthopedic specialists is here to help you overcome any sports-related injury or condition. They combine the latest advancements in orthopedics with a personalized approach to ensure you receive the highest quality of care. Fifth inning starting out, top of the 5th, that is. Score is still 0-2. Not in favor of your Muck Dogs, unfortunately. However, still plenty of ball game to be played here. Once again, my broadcaster, Alec Brown, doing all of your games live here on YouTube. Also, we'll be home tomorrow if you want to catch that game either on YouTube or at beautiful Dwyer Stadium in Batavia, New York. We will be tomorrow at 6:35 against Auburn. First time meeting them this season. Was supposed to see them, I believe, this past week, either Tuesday or Wednesday. But some weather complications did end that one, as that one is grounded over to first. Can he make the play in time? Dives over and can't make that one happen. However, catcher is there to save that one. Could have been an error there, as Lucas Lopez does reach base there. And they'll call that an error. Last time there was an error in this one, runners scored for the Red Wings. Hopefully Muck Dogs can see that same sort of luck. And base running, that is. Nate Milk did travel to second and third, got in safely both times. Now we'll see Bryce Mortellaro, who almost made a play at home. However, runner was called safe in Parker Walsh. As that one hits Bryce, however, he'll say he's all right. Sorry, that was Matt DiStefano, not Bryce Mortolaro. Got hit there. That's why you wear a helmet, folks. Hit second hit by pitch of the game. First one for the Muckdogs. Now, two runners in scoring position. One over at second, one at first down. And Stephanie just saw him there. Now we'll see Bryce Mortolaro. Guess that one just got away from Drew Munn. Now we're seeing the pitchers starting to lose their stamina here a bit. Just saw from Princeton. Now you're seeing it from Munn here. However, Munn so far today, 5 strikeouts on the day. Very impressive stuff here from Drew Munn. Tipped off there. Count goes 0-1. Started off this. Bryce, his last time out, did strike out, was a victim. However, can make up it with it here. 2 runners on base. And if there's now a time to score, better be now. But attempt unsuccessful. Count goes 0-2. One of the leaders trying to lead his men home. Clean the plate a little bit there. Drew Munn, once again, some pressure on him. Haven't seen 2 men on base for the Muckdogs since the first inning. That was Henry Danos and Anthony Calabro. Now Lucas Lopez and Matt DiStefano. A little bit of a different way, however. Swings through that one. 1, 2, 3. See you later, Bryce. Second strikeout today for Bryce, and 6th strikeout today for Drew Munn. Hit by pitch and an error, no problem there for Drew Munn. He will not let that affect him. Now we'll see Caleb Rodriguez come back up for the second time today. First time, did strike out, just like Bryce. However, once again, still plenty of ball games to be played. Caleb can change that narrative right here, right now. Count goes 0-1. 1 out so far here in the top of the 5th. Caleb also second year for the Muckdogs. Call that 2-0 there. And last summer did have a .254 batting average, .451 on base percentage, and .739 on base slugging. So a little bit of a slow start here for Caleb. However, plenty of season left. Still about 50 games left. That one called high. Count will go 3-0. Could potentially see a base loaded. Don't want to speak too soon. Knock on wood. Once again. And we'll see the 4th pitch of this AB from Drew Munn. As looks over from second base right now. Gets in there for strike 1. Count goes 3-1 now. Caleb has the opportunity to bat in a run here. Lucas got some wheels on him. Next pitch. Called inside for strike 2. Count will go full now. Back-to-back strikes. Brings Drew Munn to a full count. With runners on base, this could be a game-changing moment right here. 3-2-1 on the scoreboard. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Drew looks back twice. Next pitch. Hits that one over to third. However, that is foul. Lucas and Matt will have to jog on back to their respective bases. And what was looking to be a pitching-heavy game has turned into 2 runs for the Red Wings and could potentially be some runs here for your Muckdogs. Only time will tell. Preston going 9 up, 9 down. Next pitch. Swits that one over to just about the right baseman. Right fielder tries to bring it in time. 2 runners do score for your Muckdogs. Great job there by Caleb, shooting that one over the first base, over into right field. That place over in right field does have a little bit of running room. Did hit that part for Caleb and makes up for that previous strikeout. Bats in 2 runners in Lucas Lopez and Matt DiStefano. Now ball game is all tied up. Very copycat-esque here in this one. Now at the bottom of the lineup, Rashad Robinson batted leadoff yesterday. Now in left field today. Also played center field yesterday. That will be taken up by Anthony Calabro today. So he's been our everyday center fielder. Still one out so far in this one. Shows bunt, however, will be called 1-0 here. And runners on the corners. So I guess it was only one run that scored for the Muckdogs. My apologies there. That one is hit over to third and short. Gets through both. And that is the second run there. Guess I just manifested it a little too quick there. Now it is a tie ball game for your Muckdogs. Great job there by Rashad. Back-to-back base hits for the Muckdogs. First one came from Caleb and Rashad. Bottom of the lineup coming alive today. Drew Munn starting to slow down a little bit. Don't want Jason there. However, runners on first and second. Double play still in order potentially. As we'll now see the leadoff man, Josh Leadham. Come up for the third time today. Has walked and has struck out so far. Two very different outcomes, obviously. Hopefully he can see some sort of base hit here and drive in another run. So far, Rashad and Caleb have both had base hits, and that ball does get away from the catcher. Both runners will advance. Caleb now over at third, Rashad over at second. Both speedsters on this team. A lot of stealing from this Muckdogs lineup that does have great contact hitting and running. And the man who does have the most steals on this team is at bat right now in Josh Leadham. Also has the only home run this year. That came in the Muckdogs home opener. However, 1-2-3. See you later, Leadham. Second strikeout for him today. And that will be the 7th strikeout today for Drew Munn. Both strikeout machines, him and Prince today. Not too many walks, only one so far, and that came from Josh Leadham in the first inning. Now 2 outs for Giuseppe R. Curry, who almost made the double play earlier last inning. That was in the bottom of the 4th. 2 outs now over for R. Curry. Has hit 2 fly balls, 1 to left field and 1 to shortstop today, as that one is crushed over to left field again. However, it does get under that one. Very reminiscent of that first inning. Score is still 2-2 here after that fly out. That will end the top of the 5th. All tied up here once again. Both teams just saying anything you can do better. And we'll be right back. Stay tuned. New pitcher here for your Batavia Muckdogs, the local guy from Batavia, New York himself, Alex Hale. Now coming up to pitch out on the mound for the bottom of the 5th to the Red Wings. Great job there by Preston, only allowing 2 runs through 4 innings pitched. Bunch of strikeouts in his time up. Hopefully Alex can do the same here. That one will be called low. Count will start 1-0. Second time out for Alex this season. Has pitched 2 innings already. In those 2 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned run, walked 1 guy, and struck 1 guy out. Also, second year with the Muckdogs. Last time out, had 2 appearances, had 1 win, struck out 3 batters, and had no earned runs. 1-2 now. Alex did a great job catching up to, I believe that is John Owler out there. 2-2 now. Count all tied up here for the second baseman. Next pitch, little low there. Count goes full. First time up for Alex, already throwing a bunch of pitches. Next pitch for Alex. He will walk. First walk here for the Red Wings. Preston Prince allowed no walks in his time up. Very reminiscent of what we saw last time against the Red Wings. And Julian Pichardo had 10 strikeouts, no batters walked. However, now we'll see Ethan Fulton, the center fielder, out there. Count will start 1-0. Over double play in order. Alex can get out of this not so jam. Next pitch called strike. Ethan so far this year, just heard it, no hits so far. One of our players was like that too, Sean Ladd. However, did get his first hit yesterday, and he is back on track. Great job by Sean yesterday. Checks over at first. Last 2 times checked over at first. Runners went and stole second twice. So not the best there, obviously. However, can never be too safe. Could see another steal attempt here, and we do. However, that one gets away from Bryce. Unfortunately, count moves 2-1, and John will advance. This is looking a lot like last inning, where one of the first guys up did reach second base off that unfortunate error by Caleb over at shortstop. However, made up for it, batted in the first run for your Muckdogs. Also made the game a little interesting. 2 balls, 1 strike here. Checks over at second just to make sure. May try to steal third. See Caleb hovering over a little bit at second. Next pitch almost clips Ethan. Moves back in time. Count goes 3-1 now. Could potentially see the second walk here already for Alex. That would be second one in a row. Normally seeing back-to-back strikeouts from Preston. A little bit different here. Working his way around. Hits that one over to Calabro in center field. He has to run back for that one. Does make the play in time. Runners do check over. And John will advance over to third. However, great job there by Calabro. Running all the way to the warning tracks, getting that ball in time, making sure no run by John was scored. And that will bring up Cameron Boardman, who flew out to third last time. Was a line drive hit over to Giuseppe. Now that will be the first out of this top of the 5th as he swings through that one. Make that an 0-1 count. Also 1 out now. Boardman now with a man in prime score position on third. Infield coming in quite a bit for a good reason. Not one of the better hitters on the team, batting around 185 on the season. However, Caleb was batting around that same so far as well, and he batted in a run. Next pitch, just high there. Count goes 1-2. However, Alex with the eligibility to get his first strikeout so far this game. Next pitch, swings through that one. 1-2-3. See you later, Cameron. Now we'll head to the top of the order for Nate Milk, the leadoff man over in right field wearing number 40. Now 2 outs here could hold the Red Wings scoreless this inning, which would be very crucial for this Muck Dogs comeback as they were down 0-2. Hits that one over to Rashad in left field. Steps back a little bit for that one. It makes the easy fly out. And that will end the 5th inning after that fly out to left field. Great job there by Rashad, closing that one out. Now we'll head over to the 6th inning. Still a 2-2 ball game. Anyone's game as we're heading to the final innings of this one. Could potentially see extra innings for the first time this season. Did see that in one of the games earlier at Dwyer Stadium for the Glow League, and could see that here a little bit as well. And we'll be right back after a word from some of our sponsors who make this Muck Dogs broadcast possible. Stay tuned, folks. Looking for a dining experience that's out of this world? Look no further than Alex's Place in Batavia, New York. Indulge your taste buds with the finest flavors in town, from their tender barbecue ribs to sizzling steaks cooked to perfection. Step into their welcoming atmosphere and let their friendly staff treat you like family. Whether it's a cozy dinner for 2 or a gathering of loved ones, they've got you covered. Thirsty? Well, their stocked bar serves up handcrafted cocktails, ice-cold brews, and extensive wine selection to perfectly complement your meal. Join them today and experience the taste sensation that keeps customers coming back for more. Are you ready for a thrilling experience that combines the excitement of horse racing with the allure of casino gaming? Look no further than Batavia Downs in Batavia, New York. Another quick intermission there. This game is moving fast. We'll now see Henry Daniels for the 3rd time today. 2 base hits so far on the day. Already has more base hits than the entire Geneva roster. Today, at least. He has been looking incredible and has Drew Munn's number as he swings through that one. May have spoken too soon. Knock on wood there once again. Gotta stop jinxing these players. Feel a little bit responsible, however. Hopefully Henry has something to say about that, as he has looked incredible today. Surprisingly, no runs batted in with his 2 base hits. That one is shot up over to the Muck Dog clubhouse today. Sorry, Muck Dog's dugout. And that'll make it 0-2 here. And Drew Munn is coming out for inning number 6. Guess Geneva does not want to bring out the rest of their bullpen just yet. I believe last time we played Geneva did not use much of their bullpen. Could be wrong, however. Swings through that one. 1-2-3. See you later, Henry. That'll be the first out there. That was the Anthony Calabro out for the 3rd time today after that Henry Daniels strikeout. Start off the top of the 6th here on this Muck Dogs broadcast. Once again, as always, I'm broadcaster Alec Brown, doing all the games here live on YouTube. Calabro so far just like Leadham, while it's the first innings, struck out next time up, as this one will start 0-1. Last time against the Red Wings, they did throw out 4 pitchers total. Surprised they haven't brought anyone out just yet. Guess they just have faith in Drew Munn today. 2-1 now. Did see the end of Preston. Did pitch through 4 innings, and in that 5th inning, did see Alex Hale, the local guy. His father, Larry Hale, does the groundskeeping work at Dwyer Stadium for the Muck Dogs. 3-1 now for Calabro. Could get on base for the first time since Rashad Robinson batted in a run last inning. Called strike 2. Anthony thought that was a clear-cut walk. However, he'll have to head back up to the plate after throwing his bat away. And it is a full count now. 3-2-1 on scoreboard. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here. See what Drew Munn can respond with. Hits that one deeply foul. See how Calavo can respond here. He thought he had the walk. Now 3-2 once again. And that one will be ball number 4. And Anthony, like he thought he would before, walk on over to first base and get on base. Could potentially see back-to-back runs scored for the Muckdogs. Score is currently 2-2 would be obviously lovely. Let's go ahead and take this lead in the top of the 6th. Now we'll see the designated hitter today, Adam Agresti, up. So far has not gotten on base. First time out, did strike out to end the top of the 1st, and then flew out to left field to end the top of the 4th. 0-1 now. Drew Munn taking the early lead in this count. Next pitch, hit over to the center field. Looks like that one will drop, and Anthony will turn. He will turn right on back. Surprised he didn't go there. He has quite the legs on him and has stolen third a few times. However, he will be content and stay at second after that base hit from Agresti. Now we'll see the manager come out and give a little talk to Drew Munn. Could potentially see a new pitcher for the... Oh, that will be the end of Drew Munn. And we will see a new pitcher for the Red Wings here shortly. See who they bring out here in a second. Great job here by Drew Munn, however. You do have to give credit where credit is due. Once again, 8 strikeouts through 6 1/3 innings pitched. Very impressive there. And the new pitcher on the mound for the Red Wings, hoping to take out the rest of this Muckdog side. Hopefully does not, obviously. Number 23, Alex Stoich, the lefty pitcher. 6'1", 180 out of Wesleyan University, will be a junior and comes out of Westport, Connecticut. As we'll see him warm up here, as he will go and take on Lucas Lopez, who scored on an error, just like the leadoff man for the Red Wings. Nate Milk, who has not been able to recreate that previous success, did fly out to left field last time out. However, hopefully, different outcome here for Lucas. Crushed that ball over first base, and first baseman could not make the play. However, don't blame Dano Scolaro too much. Was a very tough play. Should have been credited an error. I think it was 50-50 in my humble opinion. Now we'll see Lucas Lopez head up to bat. Score is still 2-2 here with 2 men on base. However, double play still in order. However, with the game being tied up 2 apiece, very different differential in the hit column. Batavia has 5 hits on the day to Geneva's 1. As we see the first pitch here soon from Alex, see what he can do. And that one is hit over to left field for Lucas. Comes in a little bit for that one and does make the fly out play. Now 2 outs here for the Muck Dogs. Only 1 shot remaining to get Anthony and or Agresti home. Extra hitter today usually plays in left field. Matt Stefano will come back up. Last time got hit in right in the dome. Over was wearing the helmet, and he is all right. Did see someone get hit in the head yesterday. It was a fan, and she said she was all right. Thank God. Now, one to try this one. And timeout for that did ground out to the third baseman. Fouls that one off. Count moves 1-1. Have not been able to create that previous success they had last inning, unfortunately. However, still plenty of ball game to be played. Or could happen here against the new lefty pitcher. The 1-1 fouls that one off. Once again, count goes 1-2 here. Surprised Anthony has not made an attempt to steal third. See if that happens here. Thought about it, however, will strike out there. 1, 2, 3. See you later. Stefano strikes out for the first time here today. Also, first strikeout for Alex. And that will stay a 2-2 ball game. And now we'll see Muck Dogs come out for the bottom of the 6th. And we have a new pitcher on the mound. Looks like number 46, Aiden Cooney, returner for the Muck Dogs. He is very excited to come back for his second year. Told me earlier this year. Throws a fastball, changeup, curveball, splitter. So quite the mix there for Cooney. Was a sophomore relief pitcher for the University of Rochester. Mostly plays out of the bullpen. Does weigh 6'2", 185 pounds. Had 12 innings this past season with 1 save. Opponents batted .211 against him. And his best appearance of that year was when he put up 3 strikeouts in 3 innings and only had 1 hit against Catholic. Pretty impressive numbers there by Cooney. Have also seen him pitch this season for the Muck Dogs. And that was, I believe, was the first game of the season. Pitched 2 1/3 innings, allowed no runs, had allowed 2 hits, walked 2 batters, and struck out 3. So this will be the second time you see Cooney this season, and plenty more to come. Get him either at beautiful Dwyer Stadium in Batavia, New York, or here on YouTube, where all the games will be live streamed by yours truly. Did bring a lot of pitchers today. Brought 30 players total, left 10 at home. Muck Dogs, that is, with our 40-player roster. And now, top of the lineup should start soon for Aiden Cooney. In this inning, we'll start with number 11, Parker Walsh, who was hit by a pitch and did score off that. Became the second and what now is the final run for the Red Wings here today. Bats a 200 flat on the season. Will stay around there after this game as well. With that strikeout to Preston Prince was his first victim of the day. See if Aiden can have that same certain luck right here, right now. First pitch is hit straight up the middle between second and short, and that will be an early base hit for the Red Wings. First time getting on base with a hit today for Parker. That'll bring up the average. Now we'll see Daniel Rogers has not reached base so far, and this one struck out once again to Prince earlier and grounded out to Caleb Rodriguez over at shortstop position. See if Cooney can respond here well. Almost hits him there. Count will start 1-0. May see another steal attempt here from Parker. Geneva has liked to steal this game. Next pitch, hit over to the gap between the second and first baseman. Will not turn two. Runners will stay on first and second. Once again, looking a lot like last inning where Calabro and Agresti got on base but could not find home. Both were stranded, unfortunately. However, much earlier on for the Red Wings, no outs here already. Could potentially see a triple play, hopefully. Cooney not with the best start here. However, has time to make up for it right here as he faces Brendan Stobley, who bats 300 on the season coming into this game. Cooney does look back over at second. Here comes the pitch. Goes over his head. That will be 1-0 to start this one. Next pitch. Fouls that one off short to Giuseppe. They'll say it hit off him and will be called foul. Count will move 1-1. Giuseppe cannot catch a break today. Thought he had a hit. Thought he got someone out twice. And thought he had the out over at first. However, play will continue here. This count moves 0-1. Sorry, 1-1. And Skip will go over to talk with the umpires. Actually, they're going to call him out now. Call that a 5-3 ground out, I believe. And runners will move over. What we called a sack fly. And Dana Rogers moves over to second, and Parker moves over to third. First pitch called strike one. 1 out now. Here in the bottom of the sixth. Double play, not really in order. However, Giuseppe almost made one happen on his own few innings ago. I believe it was the 4th inning when Geneva scored all their runs. Next pitch here for Cooney. Can't get in there for strike number 2. Count goes 1-1 for Daniel Scolaro. Righty-righty matchup here. Runners in prime scoring position over at second and third. Can Cooney make something of it? That one clearly hit off from that time. Count goes 1-2 now. Cooney in a bit of a hole, however, digs himself out of it a little bit now with 2 strikes to only 1 ball ahead in the count. Has the opportunity to come back in this one. Hopefully get either strikeout, ground out with hopefully no runs scored. Thought he would try to pitch around him, load the bases, maybe get a double play scenario. However, Cooney not needing that. We'll see what he can do right here, right now, with his back bit against the wall are the lights to Bradford Cooney. Next pitch. Shot up to Bryce behind the plate. Can he make the play? It's going to hit the netting before Bryce has a chance to make a play. Count will remain 1-2. Bit of an interesting field here at McDonough Park. A lot of extra field over at right and left field, that is. Should see how that plays out in this game. Did see it work out well for Caleb Rodriguez earlier. Next pitch for Cooney. Checks that one. Ball gets away from Bryce. Can't find the ball. And it looks like 2 runs will score here for Geneva. Ump not showing any mercy for Bryce, who could not find the ball. And that'll bring it to a 4-2 ball game. Muckdogs got down 2. However, they're going to review this one and see if the ball got stuck. Only 1 run will score for that wild pitch, and score will be 2-3 now. Not sure exactly what happened there. Pitch must have just got away from Bryce, and ball got stuck. So that's why they credited Parker with the run. Second run scored here today for Parker, as Daniel Rogers will move over to third. And now 2-2 count here for Scolaro. That's called ball 3 there. Count goes full. Unfortunate there for Cooney. Did have a few wild pitches in that first game against the Pioneers. Saw that just here now. However, can't make up for it right here with this next pitch. Swings through that one. 1-2-3. See you later, Daniel. Now we'll see Ryan Knight, who has not got a hit today. Designated hitter today. And now Bryce and Skip are going to go have a talk with the infielders, plus the catcher and pitcher. And could potentially see a pitching change here. Could see the end of Cooney here just through 2/3 innings pitched today.
I know, Blue. I see him. See the number. Turn around so I can see your number.
Not sure who it is just yet.
15. 15.
And that will be number 15. Seeing him for the first time today, Garrett Beaver, out of Salisbury College. Garrett Beaver.
Now pitching number 15.
Past season at Salisbury had a 2.79 ERA, 1.03 WHIP. Very impressive there, and did pitch 9 2/3 innings of relief work. One of the many relievers in this lineup. Throws a bit of a sidearm. Also, just recently coming to the Muckdogs. I believe he came in a few days ago. And now comes in with 2 outs and a runner on third. So will not be credited with that earned run if he does score. Also, Muckdogs, once again, down in this game going into the final 3 innings. Could obviously be more with extra innings. First time seeing Garrett Beaver here today in Muckdog uniform.
Just in case you're wondering, fans, the Pirates are beating Auburn Doubledays 7-6 into the top of the 9th, and they have a runner on, or excuse me, bottom of the 9th. Did they have a runner on? Just give me the number score. That's all I care about.
And the game will resume here with Ryan Knight after Cooney was just taken out in this inning. See if Garrett can have any more luck here. Sidearm there gets popped up over to left field. Rashad can make the play and end the inning. Great start already here for Garrett Beaver, getting his first out in Muckdog uniform. In style, again, a fly out over to Rashad over in left field. Only one run scores. Could have, unfortunately, been more. However, some poor padding behind the plate will only allow one run scored in Parker Walsh. Parker with one hit on the day, less hits than Henry Daniels. However, it does have more runs scored than him. Funny how baseball works. Now heading up for the top of the seventh shortly. See Bryce Mortellaro start off that one, followed by Caleb Rodriguez, then Rashad Robinson, just at the bottom of this Muckdog lineup. Last time Caleb and Rashad were both out, did score runners. Both were base hits as well. Hopefully sees that same luck. However, Alex back up at the mound has not allowed a run so far. Also does have 2 strikeouts. Now starting off the top 7th, we'll see the catcher Bryce Mortellaro, one of the captains and leaders of this Muck Dogs team. Score is 2 for your Muck Dogs, 3 for the Red Wings. Once again, back here on YouTube. I'm your broadcaster, Alec Brown, live streaming all your games this 2023 season. So far, 0-1 for Bryce. Has struck out twice in this one. Count goes 0-2. Hopefully do not see that here again. We do want Bryce to get a hit. And has a chance to do that right now as he is leading off this top of the 7th. And he does hit that one over to right field. However, it does clear for it, and that will be a fly out over to the right fielder to start off this inning. Now we'll see Caleb Rodriguez, who's coming off his hit earlier in this game, was in the 5th inning. So very different outcomes here for Caleb. Already did strike out earlier in the 3rd inning. First pitch called ball number 1. Count goes 1-0 here. Caleb so far credited with the only error in this game as that one is shot back up to the second baseman. Can he make the play in time? No, he cannot. And Caleb will run through first for back-to-back base hits. Caleb on fire today. Second Muck Dog today with 2 hits or more. Other one in Henry Daniels. Now we'll see Rashad Robinson, who's coming off a hit just like Caleb. Hopefully can recreate that same magic here. Alex looking over at first. No go. Strike 1 is the call there. Muck Dogs once again find themselves down 1 run. Not as bad as 2 runs, but still not what you want to see. A win is a win, a loss is a loss. Alex shoots that one up to center field. Tracks for it and does make the play. Second flyout of this inning and second out. Hopefully Caleb does not get stranded over there at first like Caleb and Agresti were last inning. And Leadham has a chance to do so. does have the only home run so far this season for the Muckdogs. Came in our home opener at Dwyer Stadium. Did win that game as well against Pioneers. I believe we won that game 5-4. And that was the first closeout for 5'11" man Trey Bacon. Got his second closeout win against the Red Wings. That was 2 days ago, Friday. Called strike there. Count goes 1-1. Still 2 outs. Muckdogs not looking bad behind the plate today. However, just can't get those rallies going. Alex looks over at first. The 1-1 cannot get in there. However, catcher does do a great job behind the plate, making sure that ball doesn't go anywhere. That did just happen to the Muckdogs earlier off that Aiden Cooney wild pitch, and ball got stuck in some padding. Next pitch, shot over to the shortstop, and he will run over to second and make the out himself. And he will be credited with the final out of this inning, top of the inning. Score is still 2-3 here, and unfortunately, Red Wings have the opportunity to expand their lead even more. Should see Gary Peaver come out for his first full inning in Muckdog uniform, and you will see that here soon. After a word from some of our sponsors who make this broadcast happen. Stay tuned. Looking for feel the thundering hooves and witness the adrenaline-pumping action of live harness racing at Batavia Downs. Join us in the grandstand as talented drivers and their magnificent horses compete for glory, creating unforgettable moments that will leave you on the edge of your seat. But the excitement doesn't stop there. Step into our vibrant casino where luck and fortune await. Join us today and immerse yourself in the electrifying atmosphere of Batavia Downs. Looking for a place where craft beer meets culinary delight? Look no further than Eli Fish Brewing Company in Batavia, New York. At Eli Fish, it's all about flavor. Their master brewers craft an exceptional selection of beers, from hoppy IPAs to smooth, rich stouts. And the kitchen is no slouch either. Indulge in their delectable menu, featuring mouth-watering burgers, tantalizing sandwiches, and fresh, crisp salads. So whether you're a craft beer enthusiast or a food lover searching for a new favorite spot, make Eli Fish Brewing Company your next destination. Discover the perfect blend of flavors, community, and unforgettable moments. At Tompkins Community Bank, they believe in more than just banking. They believe in building relationships. Step into a world where you're more than just a number. Experience the personalized service and genuine care that sets them apart. From simple checking accounts to tailored business solutions, we have the products and expertise to meet your financial needs. But it doesn't stop there. We're invested in communities we serve. Bottom of the seventh here, Red Wings are winning this one 3-2. And now up to plate for the Red Wings is John Aller. So far in this one has walked and did make it all the way to third where he could not score or be brought in. However you want to put it. However, now the count is 0-1 here. Sidearm once again, slider gets away from him. Count goes 1-1. Garrett so far, haven't seen too much of him. Just saw him pitch a third of an inning last time. However, did get a man out. Call that one high again. 2-1 now. Both taking on the strike zone to me. However, umps have not been on our side in this one. Does happen. That is just baseball. Can't make excuses. 3-1 now. Last ball was hit over to Rashad over in the left field. Did a great job getting that one. And has batted in a run for us. Great job, Rashad. Next pitch. Call that ball number 4. And that will be the first walk since the 5th inning for the Red Wings. And also did come from John Aller, funny enough. And now we'll see Ethan Fulton come out for the first time here. Sorry, third time here. First pitch called ball. Garrett not able to find that strike zone early here. Much like Alex Hill earlier on. Did pitch through a full inning, however, did not allow any runs. Shout out to Alex. So far in this one, Ethan has grounded out to first base and also flown out to the center fielder, Anthony Calabro. Did have to go back very far for that one. 1-1 now is the count. See what Garrett can do here. Hopefully get us out of this inning, back up to top the eighth, where we can try to get some runs. That one is hit over to Rashad, as that one just drops in a funny position. Giuseppe didn't think he'd have to go back for that one. Maybe if he did, could have made the play. However, thought Rashad would have that one. Then Caleb recognizes, tried to come over. However, not in time, as that will be the first base hit for Ethan as a Geneva Red Wing. And now Cameron Boardman come up to bat. Has not got a hit so far. Flew out to third on a live drive to Giuseppe and also struck out. Still no outs here in this one. And 2 runners in scoring position. First pitch here for Garrett. Swings through that one. That'll be strike number 1 there. 0-1 count. Triple play in order. Have not seen one yet so far this season. Could see one right here. More likely a double play to happen. Just off of probability. Next pitch. Bunt attempt. Hit very shallow. Great bunt attempt there. The sac bunt will be called successful, as both runners do advance with only 1 out now on the board. Now back up to the top of the lineup. Nate Milk was the first man to score in this game. And last time out, flew out to Rashad Robinson. And now the infield comes in very close for this at-bat. Count goes 0-1 now with 1 out here. Might try to pitch around Milk here. Hopefully spoil their run scored and get a double play, as that one is hit over to Henry Daniels. Tries to back up, make the behind-the-back catch, and cannot. Not a bad job there by Henry. Could have tried to turn around and make the close play at home, and a lot of those calls have not been going our way. So count goes 0-2. Not too bad of a recognition by Henry Daniels. 0-2 now here. Could see the first potential K for Gary Beaver in a Muckdog uniform. Looks over at second, looks over at third. Here comes the pitch. Swings through that one. 1-2-3. See you later. Nate. First strikeout for him. Falls the victim to Garrett Beaver. Now 2 outs. Very reminiscent of a few innings ago when the Muckdogs had 2 men on base and could not get them home in Aggressy and Calabro. Now we'll see Parker Walsh up to bat. Has 2 runs already here for the Red Wings and has a hit. Got that last inning. Scored on the wild pitch from Cooney. Now 2 outs here. Count still 0-0. First pitch coming right here, right now. Swings through that one. 0-1. Garrett now feeling the momentum shift his way. And hopefully Muckdogs can get out of this one clean. Looks over at third. Next pitch. Just a bit outside there. Count moves even at 1-1. Parker up once again. Just outside again. 2-1 now is the counts. Once again, Walsh batting 200 on the season. Has a hit here. And has the opportunity to bat in not just 1, but 2 runners over at prime scoring positions in second and third. Count goes 2-2. Straight down the middle there for the sidearm man, Garrett Beaver. And 1 strike and 1 out. are the only things keeping us in this 7th inning. Can Garrett get the job done here for the Muckdogs with his back against the wall? Here comes the pitch. Swings through that one. Back-to-back strikeouts. 1, 2, 3. See you later, Parker. Great job there by Beaver getting the Muckdogs out of that hole there with runners on second and third. However, lights were not bright enough, and we get out of this one with the opportunity to get the lead back in this next inning. We have 2 more to do so, down 1 run here. We will cut to commercial for this short break. Stay tuned. Looking for a dining experience that's out of this world? Look no further than Alex's Place in Batavia, New York. Indulge your taste buds with the finest flavors in town, from their tender barbecue ribs to sizzling steaks cooked to perfection. Step into their welcoming atmosphere and let their friendly staff treat you like family. Whether it's a cozy dinner for 2 or a gathering of loved ones, they've got you covered. Thirsty? Well, their stocked bar serves up handcrafted cocktails, ice-cold brews, and extensive wine selection to perfectly complement your meal. Join them today and experience the taste sensation that keeps customers coming back for more. Are you ready for a thrilling experience that combines the excitement of horse racing with the allure of casino gaming? Look no further than Batavia Downs in Batavia, New York. Feel the thundering hooves and witness the adrenaline-pumping action of live harness racing at Batavia Downs. Join us in the grandstand as talented drivers and their magnificent horses compete for glory, creating unforgettable moments that will leave you on the edge of your seat. But the excitement doesn't stop there. Step into our vibrant casino where luck and fortune await. Join us today and immerse yourself in the electrifying atmosphere of Batavia Downs. Looking for a place where craft beer meets culinary delight? Look no further than Eli Fish Brewing Company in Batavia, New York. At Eli Fish, it's all about flavor. Their master brewers craft an exceptional selection of beers, from hoppy IPAs to smooth, rich stouts. And the kitchen is no slouch. Now back once again for the top of the 8th here. Score is 2-3. Muckdogs down 1 as that one is hit over to third base. Can Giuseppe make the play in time? Unfortunately, cannot. Had a step or 2 on him there. Good job by the third baseman there, making the 5-3 ground out play to start off the top of the 8th. Now back once again. I'm your broadcaster, Alec Brown. Now 1 out here already. Now we'll see Henry Daniels back up to the plate. Has 2 hits so far on the day, looking for number 3. However, lefty is never an easy feat to overcome. However, Daniels is a professional. Next pitch, fouled off. Count moves 0-2 now. Alex so far done a fairly good job. No runs allowed so far in this one. That's why he is staying out there. Swings to that one. 1, 2, 3. See you later, Henry. Back-to-back strikeouts now for Henry after back-to-back base hits. And now already 1 out remaining here in this very fast top of the 8th. Over Anthony Calabro, man with 14 hits, 14 home runs, that is, in this past college season, has a chance to tie the game at any given point. First pitch called low. Count will go 1-0. Very quick inning here so far. 2 up, 2 down. Count goes 1-1 now. That will be called a strike 1. Anthony so far in this one has walked twice and struck out once. And that'll be the 3rd strikeout there, by the way, for Alex. He is having a great day behind the mound. And those Geneva pitchers are doing a great job today. Completely different from what we saw on Friday, where they allowed 10 runs. That one is shot back up the middle, and Anthony will walk over to first base with ease. Got to crawl there if you wanted to. Great job there by Anthony, getting that in the gap between second, and the shortstop right behind the pitcher. And the last time Kleber got a hit, so did the man up right now, the designated hitter, Adam Agresti. 2 outs still here in the top of the eighth. However, never too late for some runs scored. So that one is fouled off. Count goes 0-1 here. Kleber still over at first. Is someone warming up in the Geneva bullpen? Not sure who it is exactly. Could see him here soon. If Agresti does get a hit and Calabro does get in a better scoring position. Now just over at first. However, we'll see how Alex responds to the pressure. Next pitch called low. Count goes 1-1 for Agresti. Ties it back up. Also tomorrow will be Dewey's birthday tomorrow at Dwyer Stadium at 6:35. Then we're on the road to Auburn on Wednesday. After that one, Calabro thought about going swings through that one. Maybe the runner call threw Agresti off. Count goes 1-2. Now, surprised we haven't seen Anthony try to steal here so far. Did see 2 unsuccessful steal attempts. Both were caught stealing. And this one being Leadham. See what happens here. 1 strike away from ending this top of the eighth. Looked down, and count goes 2-2 now to Agresti. Staying here in this one. St. John's commit with a little bit of pressure on him, obviously with 2 outs and 1 strike being the end-all, be-all of this inning. Give the Muckdog only 1 more inning and 3 more outs to come back. Checks that one. And now we have a full count here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Can Agresti step up to the big moment?
Thanks, Coach. That cheeseburger didn't agree with my stomach.
Can Alex make the final strikeout, or can Adam get Calabro closer to scoring position? Here comes the pitch. Looked a bit outside, and Adam will go and take his base. Looks like every time Calabro gets on base, so does Agresti.
Number 36,
Now,
Lucas Lopez.
with a man in scoring position over at second, and of course at first, manager will go out there and have a talk. Could we see the end of Alex here? Most likely. As a closer, would only have to do a inning and a third pitched. However, Lucas Lopez will be up next. So far, does not have a hit in this game. However, it did reach base off of an error and it did score as well. And Lucas, before coming into this game, hitting-wise, so far through these first 5 games, has played in all 5, being the everyday second baseman, has batted a .273 and walked twice, only struck out once, and has stolen 1 base. And Alex will stay out there. Alex talking over to Adam there at first. Not sure exactly what they're talking about. However, game will continue for Alex. Strike. See what the man out of Westport, Connecticut can do against the man out of Miami, Florida in Lucas Lopez, one of the best salesmen on this Muckdogs team. Man on second and Anthony, man on first in Agresti. Here comes the pitch. Called inside on the ball. So that'll make it a 1-0 count here. I believe Alex is stalling a little bit to get the next pitcher up there. Looks back over at second. Could see another Anthony steal for the first time here today. Count goes 2-0. So far, we've seen back-to-back outs this inning, as well as back-to-back runners on base. 3-0 now. Could see bases loaded here for the first time for the Muckdogs. Also, Anthony so far this season has stolen 3 bases. Surprised not seeing 4 here today. Alex gets in there for strike 1. So it might take a little longer for those bases to get potentially loaded. Alex now is back a little bit against the wall. Sees Anthony making a fake steal attempt there. Here comes the pitch. Swings through that one. Count goes full. One strike away once again from ending this one. One out, making it a comfortable lead for the Red Wings. However, anyone's ball game still here. And Alex has a chance to close the inning. Lucas with a chance to be the hero and tie this game or get ahead. Next pitch. And they'll say that is just outside, and bases will be loaded for your Batavia Muckdogs. And that should be the end for Alex Storch here. We'll see who comes in shortly. Stick around as the bases are loaded for your Muckdogs. 2 outs, however, should not be enough to get them out, and a run could potentially score here. We'll be right back to see who is pitching. Stay tuned. Now we'll see number 17, Joey Casper, now pitching. And hopefully he can get this last out here. At least that's what Geneva fans want. And get out of this top of the 8th. We'll let him warm up here as we take a short break. We'll be back. And with Joey out there on the mound, that will end Alex's day. Did have 3 strikeouts and allowed no runs. However, bases now loaded on his part, so Joey Casper will be given no earned runs, if any of the runs do score. He is from Merrimack, New York, and does play at Iona College and will be going to his junior season. The righty pitcher, 6', 190. And now we'll see, soaring into the plate shortly, number 11, your favorite player, Chad Falcon. Saw him pitch yesterday and hit yesterday. Did get his first base and base hit in Muckdog uniform, reach base twice, once on a walk, once on a base hit. Over to the right fielder, did drop early. St. John's commit is going there to play at the D1 level. For a good reason. He's a two-way player, lefty, left-handed pitcher. Also plays first base and also in the outfield. Has a 406 average in his senior year, 673 slugging, and also behind the mound, 3.18 ERA, 28 strikeouts in 39 2/3 innings pitched. Does stand at 6 foot and weighs 180 pounds. Also went to St. Joseph's High School. And now we'll see him step in for Matt DeStefano, who did not get a hit today. However, plenty more to come.
Got him, Blue. Thank you.
However, Falcon will soar his way in here and try to send one of these Muckdogs back to the nest. Or dugout. We'll see what Joey and Chad can do in their first appearances in this ball game. First pitch called ball. Count will move 1-0 to start this one. Also, Chad with the ability to get his future teammate home in Agresti. Next pitch looks low. Also, looks like Adam has been taken out of the game of the designated hitter position. Looks like that is Noah Swartzen over at second base now, maybe pinch running here. Noah does have some wheels on him. Count is now 2-0. Next pitch. called strike. First one of this at bat. Count moves 2-1 now with bases loaded. 2 outs still here. However, back to back to back men have reached base. First off the Calabro hit down the middle, then back to back walks. Next pitch, hit over to left field. Can he make the play in time? Dives for it and does make the play. That was very impressive there by the left fielder. That was number 11, Parker Walsh. Incredible play there. Chad Falcon, a lot of pop-ups so far in his early Batavia career. Just haven't been able to get that luck in drops. And we will move into the bottom of the 8th here. This will be the last attempt for the Red Wings to grow their lead for the Muckdogs come out for what could be one last inning, or if they get a hit, go into extra innings for the first time this season. And Garrett Beaver will come back out there on the mound for his second full inning after giving up no runs in the previous one. And we'll start this one off with Dano Rogers looking for his third strikeout. Garrett Beaver, that is. Daniel did strike out to Preston Prince already, did ground out also to first, and also has a base hit. Don't believe he scored, though. Was a part of that Aiden Cooney. Sorry, was part of that Aiden Cooney wild pitch. Now we'll see the bottom of the 8th start here with Dana Rogers, the third baseman, with the Red Wings winning 3-2 still in what could have been more runs scored for the Muckdogs turned into a great play made by Parker Walsh over in left field, unfortunately. And the Muckdogs still trailing 2-3 in this ball game. However, not much to be mad about. Great pitching so far. Unfortunate play led to that one as that has popped up over to Rashad Robinson for the easy fly-out play. Already 2 outs remaining in this bottom of the 8th. Could see the Muckdogs come up quicker than expected. Or expected because Garrett Beaver has been playing exceptional today. Now we'll see number 39, Brandon Stobley, come back out, batting .300 on the season coming into this one. And now with the opportunity to help grow the Red Wings lead, Garrett Beaver, first pitch called outside, ball 1 there. Sidearm has been working today for Beaver. Next pitch here. Check swing. They'll say he does not go through. I agree there. And now count goes to 2-0 after that fly out that Dana Rogers just had. Next pitch here. Sidearm hits that one pretty hard over to first base. However, will go foul. Chopped a little over the first base line. Fortunately, on the wrong side. For the Red Wings, that is. Fortunate for us. Unless Henry Daniels made the play, then unfortunate for Muckdogs. However, 2-1 is the count now. 1 out still here in this one. Garrett Beaver with the opportunity to close this inning out. Checks through that one. They're going to say he went. 1 successful, 1 unsuccessful check. Now count even here at 2-2. Garrett with 1 ball to give up. However, can get another strikeout to his name. Looked just outside, and it was. Count goes full now. First one for Beaver. So far through 1 full inning, has 2 strikeouts. Could be 3 here. See what Garrett can do here on the full count. Hits that one. Foul count will remain full with one out here still. And the final batter for the Red Wings could potentially be Daniel Scolaro if Garrett is able to put away Brennan here. And he does not. Second one goes foul. Bryce can't catch it in time. And this at bat will stay alive again. Brennan is fighting. However, Garrett, not phased, still has let up no runs in this one. Can he make the magic happen? Here comes the pitch, and that one is hit to Caleb over at shortstop position. Now, Henry Daniels can't make the play there. Tripped over himself, and that will be an error. Looks like he's going to go over and stay at second. Henry Daniels just lost his balance there. This time, it wasn't Caleb who made the error. It was Henry.
So with Brennan on second, it brings up from
Second failed 6-3 ground out of the day.
Daniel Scolaro.
Leads to a man getting on. And still potentially could be the last man here with double play in order. Daniel Scolaro playing in first today. Wow, if there is ever a bad time for an error, it is now when you are down in the ballgame. However, Garrett can still close it here. Sorry, double play. Not really too in order with the error there. 1-0 now. And a lot of the Muckdogs' momentum just flew out the door. Unfortunate here. However, only one run separates these two teams. So, Edmonds ball game still. Next pitch. Gets in there for strike one. Also, next inning, we'll start off with Bryce Mortellaro. Then followed by Caleb Rodriguez and Rashad Robinson. So the end of the lineup will end the game. Runner goes. Caleb Rodriguez tries to make the play over at first. Cannot again. Henry Daniels, back-to-back plays he cannot make. They'll call it a ground rule double as the play goes, sorry, the ball goes over the fence. And Red Wings take the lead on back-to-back errors. Wow. What just happened? Sometimes you just blink and a whole new situation is brought in front of you. Now a man, once again, in scoring position on second with only one out here. Brings up Ryan Knight. Last time flew out to Rashad Robinson over at left field, followed by a ground out to Lucas Lopez made over to Henry Daniels, and a strikeout to Preston Prince. Has not reached base today so far. That one is ripped over to Josh Leadham over in right field. Can't make the catch, and the runner will stay over at third. Gets there in time over. Giuseppe, once again, unhappy with the call. He has been getting the worst of it today. And what looked to be a quick bottom of the eighth turned into runners on the corners for the Red Wings. And now John Adler back out there. That was the fifth base hit of the day for the Red Wings. Also, 3 errors now on the day for the Muckdogs. Can't get it done in the field today. First pitch, runner goes over at second. Bryce doing a great job faking him out. Now in a pickle here. Gets the out there. And that will be the second out this bottom of the eighth. Some people up in the booth not happy with how that turned out. Great job there by the veteran Bryce, returning for his second year for the Muckdogs, making the play and getting out Daniel Scolaro. And Brian Knight will remain over as the lone man in scoring position at second. Now with 2 outs here in this one. Great job by Bryce, making up for some previous mistakes made out in the field. Did that perfectly. Next pitch, fouled off. Count goes 0-2 here. Now 1 strike will bring up the Muckdogs for potentially the last time, unless they either 1, tie the game, or two, take the lead. That would be the last time if they won the game. Because that's how baseball works. Garrett Beaver now with a man on second. Only one hit allowed off him. Next pitch. Check swing. 1, 2, 3. See you later. Strikeout will be the call. 2 1/3 innings pitch sees 3 strikeouts for Garrett Beaver on the day. And we will now move into the final inning. Muck Dogs. Say it again. Backs against the wall. Manager not a fan of that call. However, still down 2. Muck Dogs have a chance. 3 outs left to tie or win this ball game. With the bottom of the lineup in order. First, we'll start off with Bryce Morlato, the catcher. Just saw him make that great play. Get the man over at third in a pickle. Then followed by Caleb Rodriguez, batted in a run of his own. And followed by Rashad Robinson, who did the same. All comes down to this, folks. Also, looks like Joey will stay out there and pitch this final inning. Joey Casper, that is. Casper so far this season has pitched 2 innings, 4 hits allowed off him, 2 runs scored off him. Also had 4 strikeouts and was credited with a win so far for the Geneva Red Wings. Also has a 4.5 ERA. We'll see how that plays into effect here in this final inning, which should be a potential thriller if the Muck Dogs can make it a ball game. And actually, we'll see a pinch hitter here. That looks to be the outfielder, number 12, Kyle Hetherington. Kyle Hetherington coming out there. Once again, Kyle Hetherington is out there. Helping out the man in the booth next to me. Doing a little bit of kind work here. Pinch hitting for Bryce. First pitch called ball 1 here. Kyle, once again, small sample size here for the Muck Dogs. However, so far on the season, has not got a hit. Has reached base, however. Sorry, has not reached base so far in his 2 games played. Would be a great time to do here so. The 2-0 here. Next pitch called low, 3-0. We will take a walk here. However, most times count goes 3-0. Pitcher does just throw it down the middle and get it back to 3-1. However, anything is possible. Kevin Garnett. Also in Kyle's few stints in college. Next pitch. Outside will take ball number 4, and that will be the first man on base. This final inning for the Batavia Muckdogs. Now the man who got the first run batted in for the Muck Dogs today, Caleb Rodriguez, step up to the mound, step up to the plate once again. 3 appearances so far, 2 base hits, and 1 strikeout. Only the man with 2 hits is Henry Davis. This will be called ball number 1 there, back-to-back balls. Also, Kyle Hetherington in his time at Lipscomb University. 8 at-bats, 4 hits, 2 home runs, and 2 walks. Very impressive numbers in that very limited sample. However, 6 balls back to back for Joey. Let's see if Casper the Ghost here can finally get a strike. Next pitch. And he does not. Back to back balls. And that would bring the second man on base for the Batavia Muckdogs. Right now, it's looking like a ghost out there in that strike zone. Have not seen a ball in a while. Finally see one there. Take myself a little bit there. Try to knock on wood before I say anything. That could get me in trouble later. 3 balls, 1 strike now. 3-1. Man on first. Almost hits Caleb. That one gets away from him. And that will bring the second man on base on back-to-back walks here. Hetherington makes his way over to second. Surprised we haven't seen any steal attempts here. With how iffy these past few pitches have been. And now they're going to have a little talk, catcher and the third baseman with the pitcher. And now looks like number 13 for the Red Wings will go warm up in the bullpen quickly. If this game gets out of hand, that would be Nicholas Franceschi. Frankeshi. However, for now, Joey Casper, the Ghost, will stay out there. See what the man from Iona College can do here with a little bit of pressure on him. Also, this is Rashad Robinson up to the plate, hoping to bat one of these runners in here. Does have 1 hit here on the day so far. Also flew out to center field and grounded out to second. As that will be the first 0-1 count here for Casper, finally unraveling that strike zone. Looks like they might try to get Kyle out here over at second. No go. Bunt attempt called strike 2. Very interesting strike call there. Not sure what the strike zone is here today, but count goes 0-2 with 2 runners on still on second and first, that is. Next pitch here for Casper. Up 0-2 in the count. What can he do here? Throws that one very far away. Fastball gets away from him once again. Count will move 1-2. Great patience there by Rashad, taking his sweet time. Also, normally walks a ton. Have not seen him walk here today, and may not as well, with 2 counts already being on the board. 2 strikes, that is. Looks back over at Kyle at second. Here comes the pitch. Swings through that one. That will be the first out of this top of the 9th. It is coming down to the wire, folks, now with a double play in order. That could end the game once and for all. However, back up to the top of the lineup, we will see the leadoff man himself, the only man to get a home run, could get a 3-run shot here, hopefully. Josh Leadham has struck out twice, grounded out to the shortstop, and also walked. First pitch called strike 1. Guess it must have just hit the right side of the strike zone there. Very close to the edge. 0-1 now. Runners still in scoring position over at second and first. Joey looks back. Here comes the pitch. Fires that one up right behind my head in this broadcast booth. May have even landed on the roof here. Regardless, 0-2 now is the count. Back-to-back 0-2 counts. Also did see back-to-back 3-0 counts earlier. That's why there's 2 men on base. Both walks for Caleb and Kyle. However, Josh, a little bit of pressure on him now for the leadoff man. Did hit a big shot in that tournament earlier. Runners go. And they will say he's out over at second. And that'll be the final, that'll be the second out of this inning. Skip giving Kyle a little bit of talk there. And now we're down to the final out here in this top of the 9th. 1-2 count here for Leadham. Could be the final pitch here of this game. Hopefully not. Next pitch just tipped off. Leadham stays alive. And this is coming down to it all here. 1 strike can end the ball game. 1 out can end the ball game. And another home run for Leadham on the year could change this whole ball game around and give Muckdogs a lead they need to take this one. Next pitch. just outside. Count goes 2-2. This is getting scary, especially if you're a Muck Dogs fan. Watching at home time is 7:41 now. Still full of sun here in Geneva, here at McDonough Park. However, not worried about that right now. Two runners on. Here comes the 2-2. Looked low. Catcher tried to frame it. However, saw right through that one. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Muck Dogs down 2 runs. What became an 0-2 count is now brought back by Leadham. Here comes the pitch by Casper. 1, 2, 3. See you later. Looked a little outside. However, must have wanted to go home early and see his wife and children. That will end the ball game, unfortunately, folks. Muck Dogs with more hits, unfortunately. Few errors and some wild pitches, and the ball game here. Final score is 2 for your Batavia Muck Dogs and 4 for the Geneva Red Wings. What a game we had here. It was a thriller and did come down to the wire. And that will be it. We are home tomorrow, Monday, 6:35 against Auburn. And then we'll be on the road against Auburn Wednesday. And that'll do it for me. I'm your broadcaster, as always, doing all the live streams here on YouTube, Alec Brown, and I will see you next time